Okay, in this recording we're going to write a little program on our calculators to calculate the cross product of two three-dimensional vectors. So the first thing to do is get into the program menu, and we're going to create a new program there. We are going to call this program cross, so it's already in alpha mode. So all I have to do is press the keys that correspond to the letters that I want, which is always a challenge. Okay. So now I'm inside of the program. I'm going to write the code for it. So the first thing I'm going to do is ask for the user to input the components of the two vectors. So the first vector is going to be, the components are going to be A, B, C. So we're going to ask for a prompt for those three letters. So A, B, and C. The second vector is going to be D, E, F. So we're going to again ask for the prompt. So that's inside of this program menu. The I/O is the input/output. So prompt for D, E, F. So D, E, and F. So now I have the components of my two vectors. The next thing we need to do is calculate the components of the cross product. So the first component is calculated by doing BF minus CE. So I'm going to ask it to calculate that. BF minus CE, and we're going to store that into, let's say, X. And we're going to calculate the second component is CD minus AF. So CD minus AF, and we'll store that into Y. And then finally AE minus BD, so AE minus BD, and we will store that into Z. So finally, all we have to do is get the calculator to display X, Y, and Z, I want them to be displayed in fraction format, so I don't end up with a bunch of decimals. So I'm going to go ahead and first into the program I/O, I'm going to number 3, which is display. And so we're going to display the result of X, but we're going to ask the calculator to show me as a fraction. Same thing for Y, display as a fraction, and Z, and we're going to display it as a fraction. So that's it. If you want this to do any further calculations for you, for example, if you would like to have the magnitude of it calculated, you can just add that to here to display a new line of something else. But I'm just going to leave it like that. Then second quit, take us out of here. And just to test it out, we're going to run the program. So we're going to go to Programs, Execute Cross Product. So hit Enter. So it'll ask me for the values of A. I'm going to use some decimal numbers for this, -0.3, and let's say 2, and then DEF, so 0.4, -0.2, and 1, for instance. And then it tells me what the components of my cross product would be: 1/10 for the X component, 3/5 for the Y component, 2/25 for the Z component, and that's it. I hope you find this helpful. But I also hope that you don't forget how to calculate the cross product. Over here you can see the list of key presses if you wanted to follow along. So good luck programming your calculator.